Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Just when we were so cool as well.
We were so confident.
We were in such a cool state of mind, and then that
disaster
struck.
But hey, it happens.
We're still here.
Once in a while.
We still live. We live to see another day. Willie Doo says there's a lot of hot heat today. I heard it's like the most humid day ever today, as far as days are concerned. What is the date? I don't know. Whatever. August. Yeah. The date is August. And I heard that around here, it's a record for this day for humidity.
Oh.
But I could be wrong because I don't really, I just glanced. I saw something.
Did you feel it? Are you a feeler or do you look at the...
I'm a feeler, all right?
Okay.
I feel things.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs' email confirms Apple was working on an iPhone Nano. I remember the iPod Nano, and it was a popular iPod. It may have been the popular iPod for a moment in time. I remember the very first one. We were like, how is it so small? How did they do it? It was so thin, but it had the stainless steel back. I'm talking about the original iPod Nano. And then, of course, it iterated over time. But the original iPod Nano got all scratched up on the back. People got upset. And it was one of the ones where the battery was dying fairly rapidly because they made it so thin. And back when I had the repair shop going, everybody would come in with their iPod Nanos and be like, what can I do? It's dead already. Type of thing. But
batteries.
Yeah, because Steve Jobs, it makes sense because Steve Jobs, and certainly back once upon a time, what you did on your smartphone was different. It wasn't all about scrolling content forever and ever and ever. It was about, the way it was envisioned was as a tool, a music player. I don't know. It was going to be in your pocket more. Let's say that. And so then portability is a thing you might be interested in. All you got to do is remember the original iPhone to realize that the original vision was different from where we ended up. We got monsters now. I got a monster in my pocket. Flip it open, flip
it's almost like a double phone.
You flip and flap it.
Yeah.
And then people, they look at me and they say, what do you got over there, sir? This happened to me yesterday. It happened to me last night. They say, what do you got over there, sir? And I say, is this an interrogation? They say, no, I'm just a regular person, curious.
Oh.
And they say to me, because I might be interested, because I might be a buyer.
Really?
And then I say, you're not going to buy this. You think it looks cool, but you ain't going to buy it. You ain't even going to try it.
Was that your son?
That was my son.
Yeah.
Anyway, in 2011, rumors swirled that Apple was working on a so-called iPhone Nano, a new iPhone that would be smaller and cheaper than the top-of-the-line model at the time, the iPhone 4. While Apple never did release that rumored super small phone, Steve Jobs' email we spotted while collecting the very best emails from Epic v. Apple lawsuit confirms the company was indeed working on an iPhone Nano at one point in time.
I like how, based on this lawsuit, they were just kind of snooping around, and then this becomes an article.
Snoopy.
Yeah.
Sometimes my youngest son, whenever he sees Snoop Dogg, he says, look, it's Snoopy Dogg. I love it.
There's a nice ring to it.
He gets me every time with that. Anyway, so we got to shout out The Verge. They did the reporting here, the looking deeply into the documentation. And uncovered the fact that, of course you're talking about it. They were talking about Pro models for a while, talking about Nano models. You're a company like that. You got to be considering such things. Just recently, they went back to the idea in a certain sort of way with the mini model of the iPhone, which apparently didn't sell all that well. So I don't know about the long-term viability of such a thing. However, the market was different back then, and I think maybe they could have sold a boatload of such a thing if it had have existed at the time when people were still looking for ultra portable things.
We thought the iPhone 4, when it first introduced, was like the perfect size for the hand. They came out with bigger phones and then smaller phones
for the hand. For the hand,
yeah.
For the hand in the hand.
And now you have a double phone.
I got a double phone, two
with the
phones.
fold.
A phone sandwich is what I have.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, all this talk aside, my phone sandwich, I'm having fun with that one.
You like it, don't you?
I'm having fun with that phone sandwich right there.
Yeah.
Tell you that right now. So we'll see how that turns out long term. But the iPhone Nano, what would it have looked like? Nano referred to a very small iPod. So what could have been curious about that is it could have been an actual tiny, like that.
This one right here?
No, the white one. Look at the white one.
That's cool.
Like the Palm.
Pre?
No. More recently, Palm put out a companion phone. We did a video. I did a video. I've done videos.
Is it the Palm phone?
I've done videos, Will.
Yeah, the Palm phone.
Let me tell you something, Will. I've done videos.
Right here.
I've been making videos, Will. Let me tell you something. Man, speaking of making videos, we got one coming up. It's the intro sequence is just absolute we want to talk about off the rails.
Yeah.
We want to talk about
Some primo acting
we
skills.
want to talk about getting carried away.
Yeah, it was a fun shoot.
I don't want to spoil it or anything, but yeah, this phone, that would have been the iPhone Nano at the time. Steve Jobs would have loved it. A lot of people say if Steve Jobs saw what became of the iPhone now and people's addiction to it and so forth, he would be very upset. A lot of people speculate such a thing because it pivoted so much. It became more of a TV in your pocket than I know it's a tool and people communicate and all the rest of it, but it definitely has changed over time what people do on it. And I'm sure Steve would have changed too. Mm-hmm. Or Steven, as you like to call him.
Steven Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple urged to drop plans to scan iMessages and images on iMessage on iCloud for abuse. Who's urging them? More than 90 policy and rights groups around the world have published an open letter urging Apple to abandon its plans. So this is the scanning thing we talked about. What do they call it? CSAM. Mm-hmm. Is that what they call that content? Mm-hmm. This is bad news content that's been flagged and has a hash associated with it, and the authorities try to figure out who tries to keep such content so that they can investigate, obviously. And then Apple made a controversial move to begin to try to make these matches on content that's living on their server, on their iCloud stuff. And people said, hey, this is the first step towards, like, you've been making all these privacy claims, and what if it gets used the wrong way, the technology? It's the Batman, surveillance, Dark Knight. Was it Dark Knight? Mm-hmm. They're like, you can't, it was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
It was Morgan Freeman. He's like, are you sure, Mr. Wayne? Are you sure? That's not Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
He's like, are you sure you want to use this technology, Mr. Wayne? He's like, once you do this, you cannot undo it. I just turned into Bane. You cannot undo it. Batman.
That's not bad.
Anyway, can I be Bane in an upcoming skit?
You sure can.
That would be good.
Yeah.
We're going to need some props for that.
Yeah.
I'd like to be Bane in an upcoming skit, man. Anyway, so that's a different movie. It's not even dark. He's got all the screens in front of him. He's got like 1,000 TVs. He can just see anything. He can triangulate.
And they use sonar.
And they say, hey, man, that's too much power. They say, that's too much power, man. Mm-hmm. He says, I got to do it.
But he destroyed it afterwards, so spoiler alert.
I destroyed the technology afterwards. Yeah, you're spoiling. Did. You can't be spoiling.
So good for him.
But wasn't it? It was a thing. It was the thing. The hero Gotham deserves, or you live long enough to become a villain, or
See yourself as a villain.
I don't remember these superhero things, but Dark Knight, Dark Knight, man.
Yeah,
Dark
Morgan
Knight.
Freeman. It's a great film.
I gotta check out Dark Knight again one time because
you should.
Definitely a good time to it. Anyway, so there's a lot of backlash. Social media was just all fired up, and you had people on both sides of it saying Apple has to do this here, why they had to do it, and so on. And then you had the other people saying, it's just a first step. It's a slippery slope. Imagine all the places in which Apple does business that could demand to have this technology utilized for other types of content, which they would want to hash associated with politics, fear mongering, scaring, I'm scared type of thing. So it's two sides to it, as per usual. But
And it's, did you hear the Federighi trying to explain how it works?
yeah, who was he chatting with? It was like,
I think Wall Street Journal.
you could tell it was like a damage control thing. It's like, oh God, who can we call? Who can Federighi talk to from the nice, beautiful, infinite backdrop?
Yeah, the circle.
From the circle.
Infinite.
They're in the boardroom. All the prominent people. Who's Federighi gonna talk to? From the infinite circle, because we got to get this thing sorted out. And then he goes in there. He's like, "Wow, it's really just a big misunderstanding here. It's just a big misunderstanding here. Apple is always out for you guys. We love you guys."
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Anyway, what can you do with this stuff, man? It's not good either way. It's not good either way. Got the stuff on the servers. That's no good. You scan everybody. That's no good. Scanning the hash. A lot of people did misinterpret the way the technology works, thinking, what if my photo gets scanned improperly? But no, this is like known.
It's like it has its own database.
Abuse images that have been shared within those communities, and then the hash is associated with that particular image and only that image. It's not like it's looking for new images to add to the database. It's just reflecting what people are storing against the pre-existing database. Now, I don't know what's required to add a new image to the database, or if Apple's even involved in that, or if that's strictly government agencies, but this is complex stuff. And it appears to me that there's at least enough people who are not super into the idea to cause a ruckus. And now we have more than 90 policy and rights groups that have added, put themselves in there in the conversation here.
Yeah.
iPad mini design revealed in purported. Purported is the word.
You don't like this word?
No, it's the word of leaks. Purported. It's the word of Apple insiders / Mac rumors / 9 to 5 Mac.
It's their favorite word.
I mean, if you look at the word count, you look at the word usage over time.
Billions.
On these websites.
Billions of keywords.
Purported, man. It's purported.
Yeah.
Revealed and purported.
Well,
they got to redo the iPad mini. iPad mini is about 1 billion years old. And it doesn't meet it has no inkling of cohesion with the new
generation.
Yeah, it's got nothing going, man. This doesn't fit in at all. And so they got to flatten those edges. They definitely, it's got a heck of a forehead on there. Forehead looking like my forehead there, Will. Chin looking like my chin right there. I don't want that. So yeah, they're going to redo it. It's going to have the flat edges. Hopefully it's even slimmer and lighter. Looks like it has a single camera unit on the back. Touch ID in the power button. I like that. That's pretty cool in this day and age.
Oh, right. This is the top view.
Just like the Air. Just like the Air has it.
Is this the top view? It is the top view. Why are the volume buttons up here?
Will, you're screaming.
I'm irate.
You're yelling.
Oh, this is a weird layout. I never realized this. The top portion of the
Will's glitching out here.
the purported iPad mini
You're
has
purporting.
the volume buttons and the power button up on the top.
I'd say it's purported at this point. Yeah, because that looks like the camera on the right-hand side, and that makes sense where the power button would be. So yeah, the volume is on the top, which I don't mind because you hold it on the sides, typically in portrait.
Sure, yeah.
And then your hands aren't on top of buttons. It's a cool idea if it
Interesting, yeah.
ends up being that way. Following recent rumors of an iPad mini refresh and previous claims about its design, a new case mold showing the physical size and shape has reportedly been leaked. Purported. According to Tecordo, The case mold shows that the traditional home button has been removed. This allows for a narrower bezel on the top edge of the device, and the rest of the display has similarly slimmer edges. This all makes tremendous sense. If it's like an iPad Air or Pro and it's mini, then they will sell some of these. They will sell a couple of them, especially if the price is right. Kids are going to want this. What are they doing? They're watching YouTube Kids. They're playing tower defense games. You ever seen kids these days, Will? That's what they do.
They're masters at it.
They do these things.
See my nephew play.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Your nephew. That's where I got the idea from.
What am I even looking at here? And he's just like...
Is he into the tower defense? Is that his thing?
He likes it, yeah.
Yeah, he's into the tower defense. What is it, balloons? Is that what he's playing?
It's kind of like... Was it Clash Royale or something like that?
Oh, it's one of those.
It's kind of like tower defense.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's like Versus.
I don't know about these ones.
Yeah, okay.
It's too many for me to know about all these ones. I can't be playing games, man. I'm running around.
Well, you should try.
I'm running around. I'm all over town. I'm running around.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, Will.
Well.
New iPad. Okay, iPad Mini 6. It's about time. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Smartwatch-induced health anxiety led one woman to run 916 ECGs in a year.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Like that test?
Yeah.
How often do you do it? I'm curious.
Almost never.
Never,
Only if you thought there was an issue or something.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe if you had a pre-existing heart condition, you might run it more frequently. But it's a fairly deliberate thing to do it. 1 year after getting diagnosed with atrial fibrillation, a heart condition that causes an irregular heartbeat, a 7-year-old woman, okay, so she had an issue. So it makes sense that she would do it more frequently. A 7-year-old woman was back for another diagnosis, new onset health anxiety triggered by her smartwatch. Despite not having concerning symptoms, the patient became more and more preoccupied and worried about notifications from her watch. Over the 1 year period, she took 916 ECG recordings through her device. Does this have negative health effects other than the psychological effects? Is there a physical problem with running that many ECGs?
I don't think so. I mean, there's no rays that go into your skin that causes damage or anything.
She was just one example of a pattern seen in cardiology clinics. Patients with underlying arrhythmias, heart palpitations, or irregular heartbeats were coming into clinic with literally stacks of papers with data from their smartwatches. Oh. So doctors, I thought this would be helpful for doctors, but maybe it's overwhelming. Maybe it's too much. It can create this pattern of pathologic symptom monitoring. Well, I mean, if you have an issue, this is a hard one.
It is hard. Because as a software developer, you're kind of allowing someone to be compulsive with certain tests that can be unlimited.
The sheer volume of information produced when patients are constantly checking their heart rhythm can be hard for doctors to manage. There's only so much time in a regular patient visit, and it's not enough to get through dozens of heart rhythm readings. It can strain the relationships between doctors and patients. Patients might feel like they're having a problem, but the doctor may not see a need for changing their treatment. It's hard. I like information. I like data wherever possible, but there's limitations here, to which point you can have a paralyzing amount of data when you need certain key markers, and you have this, well, like they're saying, it becomes hard to separate it all and know what to analyze. And maybe healthcare has to catch up. Maybe we need, this is something that who knows if people are going to be apprehensive about, but maybe you need to be able to move this data into some sort of system, some sort of software that can quickly analyze trends. And because for your average doctor, as they say, there's only so much bandwidth.
Yes.
Like imagine you insert it into some health, I don't know, Google Health or whatever it is, and they're like, okay, here's some patterns that we're noticing, or whatever, relative to other people's information. But people are very sensitive about their health data, so I don't know when that's going to happen. But
how long is this ECG test on your
not long,
Apple Watch?
Not long, maybe 30, 45 seconds. It's not long.
So I'm guessing she is doing it 3, maybe 4 times a day.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not that crazy. I honestly, I'm not really that surprised about it, but obviously it affected this individual enough that they're saying it caused some sort of problem. The 4 numbers Apple won't let you engrave on your iPad in China. That is interesting. You could have led with this story easily.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Think about the title and thumbnail.
Oh.
The 4 numbers Apple, I need to know that. What are they? It would be the numbers in China. You're talking like a combination of numbers or 4 separate numbers?
Separate numbers.
What you mean separate? Like you just can't have this number, period? But not single digit. It's a combination of numbers.
Yeah,
this is what I'm trying to get to.
Combination. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Well, let's find out.
How do they feel about 13? Oh, you need me to check. Okay, here we go. Apple does not offer a complete list of banned phrases by region, but analysis by the Citizen Lab found that the company filters 1,045 keywords in China compared to 542 in Hong Kong, 397 in Taiwan, 206 in Canada, 192 in Japan, and 170 in the United States. While no political phrases are filtered in the US, Canada, or Japan, nearly half of all blocked keywords in China and Hong Kong were political in nature. Ooh, 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 ooh. Controversial. Wow. Yeah, United States and Canada have no... Canada has a few more social blocked words than the US. 40, not even. Japan, Canada, and the United States are all very similar. And then you get over there to Asia and things ramp up according to this data here. Especially in the political department in mainland China. Then you get into 458 banned phrases. Keywords filtered in China include the word politics. Just the word politics.
No politics to be had there.
Resist, wave of democracy, and human rights.
Wave of democracy.
That's right, Will. Don't you dare be typing that.
It's very specific.
For AirTag engravings, which are limited to 4 characters, Chinese customers are not allowed to use the 4 numbers 8964, which refer to, the big boy protest in the square, the famous one, took place June 4th, 1989. Man, that is, you got to wonder how people feel about that.
What if it's your birthday? You know?
Wow.
Or like a special occasion that you want to have it engraved forever. It's unfortunate.
Well, you better not be in China if that's the case.
Yeah.
If you want to have that date on your thing, that's pretty wild. Yeah, and you have a similar set of phrases that are banned in Hong Kong. And look, this is a non-negotiation one. This is obvious to me, right? When you start talking about wanting to do business in China, that's part of the gig, man. That's why you do not see a lot of American companies there. Yeah. Like, let's just be honest about it. You just don't see it. You hear about Apple. Apple's over there in a big way. You hear about Tesla's over there in a big way. There's a lot of companies don't want to make these concessions, and they seem small. It's just a tiny little one. But and as you see, other countries as well have their own stuff. It's just different. Well, in the United States, Canada, and Japan, it's only race. It's like racist stuff and social stuff mostly. That is interesting, dude. Oh, hang on a second. Oh boy, the headline and lead image of the story have been changed to reflect the fact that Apple only offers engraving services for the iPad, AirPod. Okay, not the iPhone, as was previously. We also corrected the location of Toronto-based Citizen Lab, not to be confused with the Brussels-based Citizen Lab. So this is the Citizen Lab here in Toronto. Wow, Toronto running the numbers.
Yeah, curious.
I want to know what people think about that in the comments. By the way, does this bother you, or do you care? Let me know. Amazon plans to open large retail locations akin to department stores. Department stores. Well, there was a talk for a while that they would actually take the real estate that department stores previously occupied. Like Sears left all these malls with big honking corner units.
Honking?
That's how big they were. They were honking.
Yeah, I would say so.
Online shopping pioneer wants a larger retail presence to sell clothing and household items and facilitate exchanges. Why not? I mean, you got to put this stuff in these communities anyways. You probably have a warehouse. These are vacant spaces in many cases that you can go in and really drive a hard bargain from a negotiation standpoint. You can get the price you want.
I think last time we were talking about how they were just fulfillment centers, right?
Well, I was saying that you could. The trouble was that warehouse space is, in most cases, half the price of retail space. So they're sitting there saying, everyone orders online anyways. What do we care? Now, they bought the grocery store stuff with Whole Foods because groceries, for the most part, you still want to look at it and pick it up.
Yes.
Right? So you need a physical space. When it comes to your gadgets and things, less so. Although Best Buy recently is doing well. I've heard positive reports on Best Buy sort of thriving through pandemic times. So maybe that is encouraging for Amazon as far as brick and mortar, like that there would be a bounce back. Maybe now is a good time to be negotiating on real estate, retail, when everything is really soft.
Yeah.
And then the bounce back, like the AMC movie theater thing, that people are really going to want to get out and shop at some point here soon. And you have these big Amazon, plus a branding and marketing perspective. Malls and these retail spaces are typically located in high density places. See the big Amazon logo, you feel super comfy with the thing. I mean, it seemed like a matter of time. Plus, their biggest competitor is Walmart probably, and they're doing their business, at least here. They're doing their business brick and mortar plus online. Amazon's saying, hey, pick up location, facilitate returns for people who are nervous about sending a return out over mail.
Yeah.
And do a little shopping while you're here. Amazon account, tap. We know who you are. Scan your iris.
And just walk out.
At the Amazon Go stuff.
Yeah, they scan you.
Is that what they call it?
At the beginning.
Go? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Go?
Amazon Go?
Is that what they call it? Those little convenience stores they have? Amazon Go. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazon Go convenience store. Very nice. Amazon.com plans to open several large physical retail locations in the U.S. that will operate akin to department stores, a step to help the tech company extend its reach in sales in clothing, household items, electronics, and other areas. People familiar with the matter said, courtesy of the Wall Street Journal.
Purported.
Some of the first Amazon department stores are expected to be located in Ohio and California. New retail spaces will be around 30,000 square feet, smaller than most department stores, which could occupy 100,000. Interesting. So they start a little smaller and maybe grow. These stores will dwarf the company's other physical retail spaces and have a footprint similar to the scaled-down formats that Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, and other department store chains have begun opening. So
those are huge, multi-level.
But they're scaled down from what they used to be.
Right.
So, some of those old Sears things, they were like malls inside of the mall.
Yeah.
It was just enormous, man. Have everything in there. So this will be interesting to see for sure. Ferrari stashing expandable motorhome may be the swankiest land yacht yet. Oh, that is a cool looking motorhome.
Yeah.
That's a house on wheels right there. That's a condo on wheels. You see the pop out on the side for even more real estate. I like the color choice as well. I don't want to have to drive and park it. I'll tell you that.
It's a sideways monolith.
You know what's super cool is I can tell already that back door comes down and it's a ramp and that's where your Ferrari goes.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh, okay. That would be really cool.
But you show up, you park wherever you want, but then you don't have to drive this around your destination because you have, looks like it's a Mercedes as well. You don't want to be, when you get to where you're going, you don't want to be moving that thing about. Okay, here's the interior from above. You got a table, couch, a bed, obviously a bathroom, shower. I like how the front seats turn around. This looks kind of like a render, though. Is this thing for real? Did they build one of them? That one looks real.
That one looks real.
There's your bedroom. The floor runs flat and stepless from front to back, providing just over 6.6 feet of standing height throughout the floor plan. Up front, the motorhome accommodates the driver and 3 passengers in air-conditioned captain seats with spring suspension and massage function. Above, the 63 by 79-inch lift-away queen bed provides space for children or guests to join the owners for an overnight stay. So there's a bed that also goes above the front section in a pinch, so that you end up with 2 beds. That's the bedroom you were looking at there, but there is a bed drop down.
Look at that.
It's very nice. Oh, absolutely very nice.
A glass table.
It's a land yacht, man. It's a land yacht, as they said. Okay, we need to figure out where this Ferrari goes, though, real quick. Because, I like the pop-out awning, the steps up to. I may have to upgrade to this one.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where I'm going to put it, though.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to put it. Plus, what do they charge for that? I mean, they got to charge $800,000 for that thing, man. And also, Will, you got to go back up to before you start scanning, we got to see this Ferrari. So we need that slideshow from the top, and we got to go through the 16 images until we see. Fine. You got to click on it.
All right.
And then we got to keep going next because that's a no-joke feature. And this one looks less like a render and more real, so these are even better photos anyway. Come on, Ferrari, don't let us down. We're not going to believe you unless you show us. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a cool shot of the bathroom, though. Very modern.
Very spacious.
Very modern. Nice TV, little dining table.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know where are people going in these things. Don't tell me it stashes a Ferrari and not showing me a picture of Ferrari. You're growing concerned, but it's 14 images, man. We're not done yet.
That's it.
Oh, that was rude. They put in a headline, man. They put in a headline. Will, they put in a headline. Will, it's in the headline.
No, I see that.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
unfortunately,
there's somewhere to sneak a Ferrari in there, and someone's searching for the image until they find it now so they can yell at us. This map shows where cryptocurrency is taking off around the world. We have, I love maps, geography,
infographics,
and info. Global crypto adoption has taken off in the last year, up 881%, with Vietnam, India, and Pakistan firmly in the lead, according to new data from Chainalysis. I was going to say Chain Analysis, but you see, I looked at it more closely and I was like, Chainalysis. Cool name. Uh-huh. It is the second year the blockchain data firm has released its global crypto adoption index, which ranks 154 countries according to metrics such as peer-to-peer exchange trading volume. So actually using crypto, not just sitting on it like a goose on an egg, like you, Will.
That's me. I'm the goose.
Just incubating your crypto.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it toasty.
All right, so here we go. Countries are scored on a scale of 0 to 1. Ooh, look at us in Chile, Canada, 0.09 index. We're Chile on the crypto. Give us the U.S. 0.22, okay. Bit more crypto. India is looking bold. 0.37 crypto time. Let's go. And you got a couple of other dark ones over there.
Vietnam.
Vietnam is a 1. And what about beside India, Pakistan over there? No, you're going way too far. There you go. Well, you had it.
Afghanistan.
0.36 is another bold blue color. Very interesting. You look around a map, interactive map of crypto stuff. Cool. How about in Africa? Any countries in Africa on the crypto train? Okay, we have one up there. Kenya. Nigeria, 0.26. Very cool. Venezuela. I like this. All are weighted by purchasing power parity per capita. Oh, wow. They really thought the data through. So trading activity of non-professional users and peer-to-peer exchange trade volume. So they're talking about real adoption. Obviously, if you were talking about volume, things would look different. Total volume. It's probably a lot of stuff moving around in the States. Whales and such.
Yeah, they're swimming in the States.
Global adoption of cryptocurrency has taken off in the last year, up 881%, with Vietnam, India, and Pakistan firmly in the lead. Cool. You guys let me know in the comments if you're into crypto, which country you're in, and why.
All right, last one.
Lego model of the RollsRoyce Phantom, that's 5678, reminds you what luxury is all about.
It's a fun little one.
I was a Lego guy.
Yeah.
I'm a Lego guy, big Lego fan. This one looks quite, what can I say, accurate. It looks like a very accurate Lego, luxurious. Can we get a shot of the interior? I'm curious about that. So, you can go convertible with it as well. So you take the it's like it's a hard top convertible because of course the bricks are hard.
Yeah, it doesn't fold down.
No folding.
Yeah.
How many pieces is this set? How long is this going to take me to build? 374. That's an easy build.
Yeah.
It's a mini Phantom. That's over breakfast with a coffee.
Yeah, an hour. Maybe?
The design of the Phantom comes with an interchangeability function, offering both a hardtop saloon car or a drop head coupe. The drop head, the famous selection of go ahead.
Did you say coupe?
That's how they say it in the UK.
Oh, okay.
See the accent?
Threw me off a bit.
See the accent over the E?
No, I hear you, yeah.
Yeah.
I just never heard of it when someone said it.
You don't watch enough European car content.
Clearly I don't.
What else do we have? The Lego RollsRoyce, it's going to cost a few dollars, right? Oh, it's wait a sec. Was just submitted on the Lego Ideas website.
Yeah. So people build it on their own and then they submit their product and it can go into production.
It needs 10,000 supporters. If he gets 10,000 supporters in a certain time frame, then it has a chance to become commercially available. Has to get 100 supporters in the next 60 days. Then he'll get another year to come up with the rest of them. What's complicated about this is then Lego has to go clear it with RollsRoyce. So that's a tough one, but cool, good for him. He's done well creating it, just I guess using the pieces he has at his available to him.
Mm-hmm. And making, I don't know if they made the moniker here.
I guess you would.
But yeah.
Lego's a whole thing. Did you ever see that Lego documentary? Did you ever watch
Netflix?
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people really, the dedication level, it's out of control.
Yeah.
And I mean in a good way. Lego,
good for them.
Building, build things. Even if all you have is a couple of plastic bricks, you can build.
There you go.